Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Digitized live in Studio 1B in Cape Coral, Florida. It's the Waterman and D-Train show. Here he is, Dave.
All right, all right, all right. Hey, I appreciate the nice enthusiasm of the intro there,
Um,
my friend.
I'm sun fucked, man.
All right, you look like you got a little bit of tan.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
sunburns already. A little bit.
oh, bro, you got cooked today, huh?
Yeah, we had a good time.
That's cool. I saw the photos, man.
There's one thing about going to a gun range, and then there's a whole different thing about going to a private property.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, you don't have to deal with a bunch of other people. You don't have to deal with over-enthusiastic gun range security.
Yeah, very true.
And you don't have to wait to go cold to change your targets or check your targets for everybody else to get done. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Pretty much, huh?
But yeah.
How many of you were out there? Just you?
It was me, Steven, Lindsay, David, and their 2 kids.
Cool, man. Cool. Looked like you guys had quite the arsenal of weapons out there. Just, I mean, different styles of handguns and rifles and stuff, man. It looked really cool, man. Looked like you had a damn good time, man.
Yeah, well, one thing we did, and I gotta edit it all together, is I
Right.
filmed a video about how to properly secure your data when disposing of old hard drives.
Yes.
Now, in the past, I simply told people to take a drill to it and drill multiple holes and
Yeah.
maybe take a hammer and smash it.
That you have.
And that'll work, but that's not very fun. And
No, it didn't.
to give credit where credit is due, I've been watching a lot of this YouTube channel called Demolition Ranch. And this guy goes out there and shoots the living hell out of everything.
You were telling me about this.
And so, and I even give him credit in the video. I said, we're going to do this in the Demolition Ranch style by starting with a low caliber weapon and
Yeah.
raising the stakes.
Right.
So first we shot it with a 22 and a 9mm, the 9mm
Right.
hollow points, 40.
Nice.
Because I had my Springfield and 9mm with me.
Damn right. Man.
Steven brought his Glock 45 with him, his Glock 9mm. I had my Glock 40.
Yeah.
Lindsay brought her Ruger 38.
Hell yeah, man.
I brought my double barrel 16 gauge shotgun.
Damn.
They brought a Four.10 shotgun and a 12 gauge shotgun, so we did some skeet shooting.
With the hard drives?
No, we used clay pigeons, but I did
Okay,
use some
cool.
bird shot on the hard drives, and it just
Kind of
kissed it.
Yeah.
No, I just put a little, almost looked like somebody shot with a pellet gun a bunch of
Okay.
times. Then I brought out the M1 Garand, which is a 30-06.
Yeah.
I got a hold of an AR-15, which shoots 223 rounds.
Yeah.
Steven had 2 rifles, but I can't remember what they're calibered in. But yeah, we
Damn, dude.
we blew some holes in some hard drives, and
Yeah.
I have to edit the video because not only did I use my camera, but we had a GoPro set up closer to the target so that you can actually see them fly, tumble, and all that fun stuff.
So you'll be able to put that in and slow-mo it down and all that if you want.
It's
So.
going to take a little while to edit,
Yeah.
but that's what I did today. What
That's
did you do this
cool,
weekend?
man. That is cool. Dude, brother, I busted my ass this weekend, man. I went over to Ron's, Coastal Cooling Ron, and worked at his house over the weekend. And let me tell you something. You know, that guy, I gotta hand it to that guy, man. Great boss. He cares about his employees, man. You know, he wants to see everybody do good and
Well, he wants to see you
do well. Excuse me, do well, and
He wants to see me do good.
you know what I'm saying. He wants to see you do well, and you know he likes teaching people things. Cause one thing I ran this weekend I've never ran before. It's a bucket lift.
Okay.
And it's similar to what you see the guys working on light poles and
The old telephone companies used to
telephone
use.
companies, you know, they got the lift and all that.
What sort of job were you on that required a bucket lift?
I was doing a pressure washing job. Now his house, he's got a fairly large house. I mean, I would say his pool cage is almost 3 stories high. So just the pool cage alone is a pretty big area. But I was doing the actual home, and once you get up there and to clean out the gutters and stuff and get the pressure washer going. Now that's a lot of weight also. Pressure washers,
Absolutely.
all that cord and hose and everything. But that bucket lift made it so much easier than trying to get extensions, the pole extensions. They got 8-footers, 12-footers, all these different ones. forget that, man. You know what? I don't know what you have to go through to rent one of these things, but this was company owned bucket lift, so that was cool. But if I'm ever doing a big job at a house where I'm gonna need something of that nature, or to save energy and stuff, I would rent one of those in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, man. But I learned how to operate it easily with the quickness, man. It
Well,
was
I know
like,
there are
boom.
companies out there that's how they make their living. They rent
Yeah,
heavy equipment.
there's heavy equipment rentals, but I don't know. I don't know if you have to have a certain. I mean, like log chippers and stuff like that, no problem. But when you're renting bobcats and stuff like that, I mean, do you have to have? I'd like to. I'm gonna have to check into that. I don't know.
Well, something like that, I guess it depends on what it's attached to. If it's
You
like
know,
a freestanding arm, like a cherry picker, I don't think so.
you
I
know.
mean, I've rented a scissor lift before, and clearly that didn't require any
Have you?
particular
Okay.
license because they
License or
deliver they deliver it to you via a flatbed.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like you have to drive it down the interstate.
Right, right.
And
True.
usually most places that you would use that type of equipment on would already have an insurance policy in place covering the employees and any sort of equipment on site. But I don't know 100% the answer to that question.
Yeah, yeah. This is a mobile piece. You know, it's trailerable, and then you just set it up. It's got the four pads. You know, extendable. I guess I don't even know what they call them. They would be. What would that be? A four like a plant.
Stabilizing arm.
Yeah, stable. There you go. Thank you. Like four stabilizing arms that you pull out, and you gotta make sure that the machine's level. You know, because if it's not level, it will not operate. So, you know, you go through, there's, you know, processes that you go through in making sure that everything's good to go, especially when you're going up in that thing and you're going 50, 60 feet up, because at one point I extended that baby all the way out, man, you know, rotated it around, you know, up, down, in, out, you name it, man, you know, I gave it the work through and the work over, man, up and down. But man, did it make the job so much easier than ladders and all that jazz. You know, you get a pressure washer on a ladder and you get, you know, 5,500 psi going. You know what I'm saying? Or 3,500 psi. You know, pressure washer. You get that going, man, and you're on a ladder, bro. It's gonna want to blow you off. You know what I'm saying? When you pull that trigger. Those things are powerful. You know that. I mean, you've ran plenty of them. You know. And dude, I'm telling you, man, that bucket, it was just stable as all get out. It was perfect. I mean, I enjoyed working in that, and we mainly used that at the shop for lifting big package units, AC package units onto restaurants and certain homes that need to be. Where ACs, you know, you'll see them around town where the ACs are mounted on the roof, you know, and that's what we use that for at the shop. But man, does it come in handy when it comes to painting your house or changing gutters out if you're doing some, you know, your home projects. But once again, that comes with owning your own business and getting some pretty cool toys, and you know, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a toy, but you know, pretty cool work equipment, you know. So,
well, I definitely wouldn't consider that a toy just because of the type of work he does. I'm sure that actually belongs to the company.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. I mean, we, you know, use tree trimming.
Absolutely.
You know, all that sort of stuff. So that was really cool, man. So that's what I did that for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I got pretty burnt, man. So that was pretty much what I did all weekend. You know, today was recovery. You know, I was so tired at the end of yesterday, man. I could barely hold my eyes open when I was.
Which is why we didn't do a show yesterday.
I know that was me, man. But that also helped out because there's a few things.
Okay.
That I want to talk about as well. Now,
well, let's get to talking.
Number one, Friday.
Yep.
I ate a cat food sandwich.
Yes, you did. How was that, by the way?
Let me just tell you, my friend, that Saturday, as I'm in the bucket, was not good. But what it was, and I'm still feeling it as we're doing the show now. I don't know what's in that stuff, but the acidity level
Well, there's a lot
is it's still sitting right here in my throat. I'm still balancing like right there below my Adam's apple, right there, man.
Well, now when I was eating the
it is
deviled ham sandwich,
you really had deviled ham then?
when I said that it tasted like tuna, that wasn't a ruse to get you to think you're eating the same thing. It literally tasted like tuna. It had it because I think of the mustard, because I think it said it had mustard flavor.
Yeah,
in
mustard spice.
So due to that mustard spice, it reminded me of how I make tuna sandwiches. Because much like most people, I just take tuna, mayonnaise, and mustard and mix it up. And so I wasn't lying. I wasn't trying to give you a ruse to make you
think that.
But no, it tasted like tuna.
Well, let me tell you, when I'm eating that sandwich and you guys wolfed yours down and I was eating on mine, and I'm going, you know, this is number one. It was a little dry because obviously he made it the night before, so the bread soaked up all what liquid flavor was in the food.
Which
is
probably a good thing for that particular application.
But let me tell you, at the end of the show Friday, my stomach gurgled to the point where I couldn't leave the studio for another 20 minutes because I went and I found the far bathroom and had a gnarly diarrhea, man. I mean, bad. To the point to when I could barely make it from their home. And when I got home, I had it again, diarrhea, to the point. And then I said, wait a minute, it smelled like a litter box, bro. I'm not joking you, man. My bathroom smelled like a litter box. Like I owned a cat and I kept the litter box in the bathroom, and it's like, I hadn't scooped it in 2 days. That's what it smelled like in my restroom for the past couple of days.
I do know some people who keep their cat litter box in their bathroom, and they keep it in the shower because they usually have 2 showers, and so they just keep it in the extra shower.
Well, hey, some of them do, but I'm telling you right now, man, it was horrible, man. It was absolutely horrible. So I went out and I ended up eating 17 anti-diarrhea pills.
You need to watch out for that because that's really going to jack your intestines up.
Bro, it didn't stop it. Whatever was in that food, man, because...
Fish parts.
Bro, when I was eating it, I'm literally I'm like chewing on bone. Like little I'm talking small pieces too when I'm biting. I'm like...
Yeah.
Crunch. I'm like, what is that? But...
Vitamin C.
Yeah, that was a bad experience, man. I'll never eat that again. I can tell you that right now. Never, ever again.
So the interesting thing, obviously, when we opened the show, we were talking about me going out shooting today. The cow pasture that we're shooting on was used during World War II for as a training field, gun range, I believe mortar range, and we actually found some spent 50 cal rounds.
Look at that, man.
But what I think is weird is I'm told they're spent, but they don't look spent. They look like they were taken out of the shell casing because there's no damage to these tips. And so if they did in fact fire these, I don't know if they just ran out of velocity and just fell to the ground, if they were shooting at paper, if they were test firing, but there's absolutely no damage to these whatsoever. They almost look like you could reload them and shoot them again. Except for the one you're holding, because it's all corroded. But I mean, look at these. I mean, there's no damage to them whatsoever.
Wow, man. Yeah, you know what? You're right, man. It's not like they're not...
the tips aren't built in. There's no damage to them at all. They look like they must have just been shot and ran out of velocity and just fell to the ground.
I could not imagine getting just pummeled.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? By these things. Just getting, you're the Taliban up in the mountains, man. And you're just getting these things, and tracers are coming at you, and just No way, bro. No way. That would just level you, man. And I've seen some videos on YouTube, man, where they show you where you get hit like this. But hey, man, I wanted to tell you something real quick about your boys ICP.
Okay, what about them?
Have you seen?
No.
Okay.
I stopped keeping up with them probably 17 years ago.
All right. Well, the reason I say your boys is because you were into them at one point.
Yep.
Well, they just did a show with Limp Bizkit in New Jersey called the Rock Allegiance Festival.
Okay.
And I guess one of the members, Shaggy Two Dope.
Yep.
Okay.
Joseph Uxler, I believe his real name is.
Okay. Well, during Limp Bizkit's, like almost 3/4 of the way through the show, Shaggy 2 Dope decides to bum rush the stage from, the backside because they were a performing act also on the bill. And he drop kicked Fred Durst.
Nice.
And you should see this video, man, because he runs up and when he goes to drop kick Fred Durst, it's like he got Fred to the point. I mean, it looked like something out of a kung fu movie, man. It's so intense. He flies up and it's like he goes and he kicks and he jumped too early because he barely caught Fred enough to where it kicked him in the back and pushed him forward. And then Fred kind of turns around and looks and is like, who is this and what the hell's going on, man? And of course, one of the other members, I guess, came on the stage to help out Shaggy. And of course, charges probably will be brought. Something's going to happen with that issue there, which I thought was.
Well, here's the funny thing. I'm looking at it now, and I don't know how well the audio is going to play, but we'll play it here. The funny thing is, now I haven't seen them in concert since 2001.
Right.
But Shags does not have any face paint on in this video.
Oh, really?
And usually, anytime to make any public appearance without any face paint on, he wears a El Luchador wrestling mask, kind of like what you have.
Yeah.
Okay, this got some crappy music on it by the YouTuber, so you won't hear it, obviously for copywriting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, oh look.
And he missed.
Did you see? It's like he barely caught him. I wonder if he took his makeup off so that maybe Fred wouldn't recognize who exactly was.
I don't know.
Here he comes. Look, he just comes flying up. Bam!
He definitely miscalculated his jump.
Yeah, a little early. Oh, that was a good shot.
Yeah, kind of in the head.
Oh, is that where he got him?
Yeah, here's DJ Lethal's.
I'm still looking for this dude. You gangster, huh? You ever heard of ICP? No. Or you ever heard of Limp Bizkit? No. Where are these?
He said no on both of them.
Like, for real, they can't be staying far away.
This is DJ Lethal on his Instagram, his Facebook Live feed.
Live. Oh, you hardcore, Mr. Shaggy 2 Dope? Let's go live right now. I seen Tekashi 69 do it. You want to fucking stage crash my stage, bro? After I watched your fucking shit, gave you props, my G? Fucking dick.
God, they all look so old now.
Man, dude.
I look at TV when I see people say they're 40. I'm like, fuck, do I look that old?
I know. It does make you wonder, huh?
Oh, it's like, Jesus.
It does make you wonder when you see yourself on screen. You're like, damn, man.
Well, not when I see myself, but when I see people my age and how old they are, I'm thinking, I'm like, do I look that old? God, please tell me I don't look that old.
That as well. I thought you'd get a kick out of that, though.
That's pretty funny.
I thought it was pretty funny, man. I was like, no way he did that. He must have been loaded.
Or maybe he's sticking true to his
being hardcore gangster.
Well, maybe at some point back in the day, he made disparaging comments about Limp Bizkit. He figured,
I'm sure they did.
To stay true to myself, I better keep up with the crap I said 28 years ago.
Yeah, right. I'm sure they did, man. I'm sure they did.
So the other day, real quick, I moved the camera to get a little better view. We're finally up. Sorry for those of you who joined us. You joined the show in progress because my Facebook was being a dick.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the other day I was on lunch, right?
Yeah.
And I was there at Publix, and I pull up and I see a little mini SUV with the hood popped, and it looked like there's a scissor jack in the center of it. And I couldn't figure out what the hell for, but it reminded me of the conversation you and I had about people not knowing how to take care of their cars. Mm-hmm. But what struck me as odd is there's about 6 Publix employees gathered around this car. So I'm like, is somebody having a heart attack in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
No, they're milling about, and I see a woman and a man laying on the ground underneath the car.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, are they looking for something? What the hell's going on? So I went inside and I bought what I went there for.
Yeah.
But as I'm walking towards the store, here comes a fire truck.
Oh, no.
So when I come out of the store, I notice, because I got pretty good eyesight and I pick up on everything.
Yeah.
There appears to be an open can of what I'm expecting, and you would know better than me, of cat food.
Oh, come on.
And some bottles of water.
Oh, come on, man.
Now, I have to get back to work, so I didn't have the time to dedicate to investigate the going-ons in the public parking lot. But as much as I could gather, quickly putting 4 and 4 together,
exactly,
is somebody got to Publix and realized there was a cat in their engine block.
Oh no!
And so the employees of Publix were trying to coax it down with cat food and water. To which at some point someone thought, well, if you used to call them when they got in trees, maybe we can call them when they get in the engine block.
Yeah, yeah.
And so 2 firemen were there trying to get the damn thing out.
Oh, man.
And so I'm coming up the lane, and all the public employees, including one of the managers, milling about, and he's not really paying attention. He's talking to everybody, and he starts walking backwards, like 3 or 4 steps into the lane. And as I'm driving, so I toot the horn at him.
Yeah.
So he don't walk in front of me, and he turns on and looks at me like I'm the asshole. I'm like, dude, you've been standing out here for so long, you don't realize that he was a heavy-set fella, and so
right, but still,
he started.
He's just
talking and just kind of drifting backwards right into the lane of traffic, and it's like, one, how many employees does it take to get a cat out of a car plus 2 firemen? 2, why is it any of their problem? And 3, the poor employees left inside because when I was ringing up, one of the other cashiers had to come over and bag my stuff because you got 4 other people outside tending to a mystery cat in some dude's automobile.
Oh my God, climbing in the block, man. That's unusual for down here. Typically, that's a wintertime thing. From what I
like I said, I didn't have time to stop and investigate. I'm just doing the math by seeing them underneath the car with bottles of water and an open tin of something, whether it was tuna, cat food.
Did you say they had a scissor jack under there too, trying to?
Well, and that's what confused me. Yeah, they had their.
So they were trying to get it up.
At first, I thought they were trying to change a tire, but then I realized it looked like it was underneath the transmission,
maybe a starter or something.
So I don't know why in the F it was underneath the middle of the car, but it wasn't until I came out that I see the open can of cat food and the water bottles, like they're pouring water in something.
Yeah.
You
like, gotta be thirsty.
What the hell?
220 degrees underneath the hood, and the cat's under there just going. Yeah, man. Cat food. I don't want to see cat food, bro. I don't want to talk about.
What's up, JOG5?
What's up, Jay?
What's up, Raphael?
What's up?
Junior's joining us.
Hey, what's up, Junior?
So I had a thought the other day. I was thinking about you.
Oh, right.
Sadly.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
And I kind of realized something.
What have I done now, man?
You have, out of everybody I know, you have the closest thing that I can think of a true freedom.
Oh, okay.
From technology. Now, we often bust your balls that you can't use your cell phone unless you're within Wi-Fi range.
Exactly.
And that can be a drag for when people are trying to communicate with you and when you want to communicate with other people.
Yes, it can be.
But comparatively speaking to me and, well, the rest of the free society, you have more freedom because we are tethered to these goddamn things. Well, they're constantly going off.
Yep.
We're addicted to looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
We're constantly picking them up, looking at the screen. Even at one of the funerals, wow, the video just went ape shit. One of the funerals I attended to, someone in attendance, younger cat was looking at their screen, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But because you hear people all the time say, we need to get away from our cell phones. We need to put them down. We need to disconnect. We need to focus on the world around us. Now, you aren't, let's say, any more sophisticated than the rest of us, but due to your financial status, you have inadvertently tripped upon some true freedom because unless you're at a location with Wi-Fi, you're not harassed by the phone and you don't have the habit of staring at it because it doesn't do anything.
I do not. And I feel, look, and here's one of the things, and I'm glad you brought this up because there's another subject that's going to lead into this. I enjoy not having that tether at all anymore. I used to be where, if I didn't have my phone bill paid and was able to get on my Facebook and Twitter and all that, man, I was, lost, Now, being in the business we are in, we are semi-tied to social media, so we do have to, make, I wouldn't say we have to make, but we do post pictures of
ourselves. Let's face it, I just inundate people with god-awful selfies.
Well, dude,
but as we spoke of in the past, thanks to such fine institutes as Getty Images, who owns every fucking photo on the internet.
Yeah, right.
Any photo that I would post that I didn't take myself, I could be hypothetically sued.
Yep, I remember that.
And there has been people
cease and desist.
There have been on-air personalities, there have been radio stations, there have been companies who have been sued because their employees post pictures off of Facebook they do not own. And so that's part of the reason why you get so many goddamn selfies or
Yeah.
pictures of boring ass bullshit on my page,
Exactly.
because I live a boring life, people. I don't do anything exciting. The most exciting thing I've done is gone up to the gun range today
Well, that was
and shot
cool.
the shit out
That
of some
was
hard
cool.
drives. But
You're right, though. There is a sense of freedom, D-Train. There's a sense of freedom because when I'm in the vehicle, you know, or out somewhere, I tend now to pay attention more of the beauty of what's going on, like the people
sure,
moving around. Now, I do notice most of those people are, you know,
attached to their cell phones.
looking at their phones.
And I've said that in the
But-
past. One of my favorite things about throwing these World War II reenactments is this is the only time that I can go 3 or 4 days without
Right.
someone getting offended if I don't return a cell phone call or answer the phone, because they understand that
And
the only time I'm going to pull it out is to take a photo of something cool.
Yep.
But not only that, but you and I are both in the service industry.
Yes. Yes.
And technology has removed the concept of business hours.
yes.
Today's
Absolutely.
Sunday. A scant... I'm going to go 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Definitely 10, definitely 15. Sunday was, unless you worked in retail, food.
Yep.
When it came to mechanic shops, you know, unless you're a 24-hour emergency service
Yeah,
place,
most of them closed.
Sunday was the day that you rest.
Yep. Yep.
But today, you know, I get text every day. I even get text up to 9:30, 10 p.m. at night from customers wanting to know how their computers are doing.
Really. Really.
And most of the times I text back, but today I'm
Yeah.
just like, you know what,
You know.
it's Sunday.
Yeah. Hey, you know, I need a break. Yeah, I need a break.
I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. But you're right. I feel, and you know what? This has been happening now for the past 4 or 5 months, and I'm feeling much better about the distance of technology.
Yes, Raphael, I understand the hypocrisy of this conversation because most of you are viewing this
Yeah,
podcast
on-
via
on Facebook.
your cell phone,
Yeah.
or listening to this podcast tomorrow once I upload it tonight via
But-
your cell phone.
But once again, we use it for our show and purposes. You know what I'm saying? We're not.
Well, but that's also our delivery system for
And
the
our-
people
yeah.
who listen to the show.
Exactly, but we're not, walking around looking at I don't know, whatever on Facebook or and stuff like that, Instagram. And that's another thing that I want to get to right now is, the guys from Instagram have bailed the originators, because Facebook bought them, obviously, Instagram, right?
Yep.
Well, Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger have announced their retirement from the Facebook or Instagram division of Facebook that brought all their people with them from Instagram over into the Facebook company. They've announced their retirement, dude, and
Well, why wouldn't you? Once Facebook bought you out, it's smooth
Well,
sailing. Just hit the
well,
bricks.
yeah, but they were still part of the development
Sure.
process and all that. Now, we all know how Facebook has become this political juggernaut of swaying people in different directions, and
Well, if we
all
believe the
this-
last Facebook
all this
advertising
stuff.
campaign, they're going to knock that shit off. But we know
Well,
that's not the case.
That's not going to happen. Well, now people are curious and they're worried what's going to happen to Instagram.
Why?
Now that Facebook has total control, are they going to make Instagram? Because you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of Instagram because I'm not inundated with all the BS of
Sure.
political stuff. It's just people, like today, your pictures of you shooting the gun and just out kicking it. Other people just out kicking it.
Which, by the way, I look fucking fat in a few of those photos.
Bro, I noticed a little. That had to have been the light, man.
No, what it was
sorry
is,
about that, folks. Sorry about
The
that.
nice thing
folks.
about being on public property is I have the ability to have as many firearms on me as possible. And so I had my full-size Springfield in a holster attached to my belt,
Yeah.
and then I had 2 magazines, and so that's pulling my belt down. And the reason most of us all look fat is we tend to sag our pants. And so
True.
when your pants are below your belly button, that
Yeah.
shit hangs over.
Ah, you're
And
right.
so
True.
one of the things I've done getting older is I've actually started wearing my pants a little higher than I used to, so I don't sag my pants so much, and therefore you don't see where your
That's
stomach
cool.
hits your pelvis.
Yeah, I got you.
But when you have a full frame 9mm and 2 magazines on your hip, plus cell phone and all that crap, your pants starts laying down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm fat.
No, you're not, dude. You've been busting balls, dude. Busting your ass.
But I didn't mean to interfere. Go ahead.
Walk it out. No, it's cool. But what I wanted to say is the fact
My
that
50 cal rounds are falling all over the place.
dude, I don't care. I love the sound of it. Ka-ting, ka-ting. Man, that just the sounds of that just freak me out, man. Just hearing those things, watching YouTube vids. But so these guys have left. Kevin and Mike, from the founders of Instagram, have finally retired from the company. So people are speculating that these guys possibly have been, side project working on a new social media platform, something different.
It won't work.
And what's the next generation of social media?
Google tried that. They tried the Google Plus. They tried the Google Square.
The Hangouts, which I'm still getting.
No one uses any of that crap.
Well, for some reason, my phone popped up again with a Google Hangout talking about some super sex party.
Woohoo!
And
Did you go?
No, but I did sign up for this swingers thing that I'm going to next week.
How? Do you not know how swinging works?
Oh yeah, no, I know how it works.
Most swing parties, not that I know, not that I've been to one.
No, you're supposed to have.
From my understanding, it's couples only because they don't want a bunch of swerve, the dirty pervs like you wanting to hawk on some other
I'm not a
wife.
swerve, dirty perv, bro. It says singles welcome as well. Okay.
Sounds like a sausage party to me.
No, man. I'm going through legal channels on this.
No, I didn't say anything legal. I said sounds like a sausage party.
I know, but it's not. No, I'm going through legitimate female channels on this one, and we're gonna see. I'm just gonna show up and observe. That's all I'm there for, is to observe. I want to see. Now, they haven't officially given me my invite back yet, but I did send in my application, so we'll see. We'll see if it works, man. But getting back to the next generation of social media, what do you think, dude? What's gonna happen, man? Because
nothing.
Dude. Come on, man.
Well, Instagram's not going to change because Facebook already has Facebook. So why would you turn Instagram into Facebook? Because then you're going to kill one of the two. The reason you buy another project is, one, to defeat competition, which is their main priority and main objective, but two is to corner two markets.
Bro, you got, think.
You got Snapchat,
Tumblr.
But once again, Google already tried. Google tried it with the Google Plus. It was a failure. LinkedIn's been trying for years on the business side. It really hasn't worked. I mean, it's at the point now where, and this started 10 years ago, where back in the day when you see a new movie, go to GuardiansOfTheGalaxy3.com. Now let's go to Facebook.com/GuardiansOfTheGalaxy3.
Yeah,
because Facebook is such a staple in everyone's life that I don't know. Yes, the younger generation's getting off of it.
Yeah.
But I just personally can't see a whole new platform coming back.
I don't,
Because, MySpace is dead. From what I understand, the only people who use MySpace are unsigned musicians who are trying to get their music out there.
That's what MySpace is now. Yeah, it's all music pretty much. All music. But I do believe that there's something next. There's a new generation. Something's going to come up. I don't know what it is. It's going to be revolutionary. For the time, because of the way technology is accelerating and everything. Facebook is becoming more like we were talking about, in my opinion, obsolete to an extent. But globally, it is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, same thing. I like the way Instagram. That's the only reason I'm on Instagram right now, is because I can just post normal things and not get inundated, like I was talking a minute ago, with political and just garbage.
Waterman D-Train, who's this? Hey, who's this?
AKA Jay Bleezy.
Hey, what's up, fella?
What's up, Bleezy, man? What's happening, bro?
What's up, fella?
Just hanging, man. What's going on?
Yeah, dude.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, happy Sunday. No, I'm just chilling, man. I got you on Facebook.
Sweet, man.
Give a shout.
How we looking? We looking good on there or what?
I think we lost him.
Bleezy.
Yeah, he's gone.
We lost Bleezy, man.
Well, I want to use that change in subject as let's get in a little more news here.
Okay, yeah, sure, man.
Now, the NBC affiliate who did this story, they didn't really get into why or who, but I'm assuming it's because of all the school shootings and the lack of law enforcement officers available to attend schools full time, that this particular academy hired a third party security guard company to come be their on-site resource officer. Somerset Academy-based student finds security guard's loaded gun in the bathroom.
What?
Don't even get me started on leaving your loaded firearms in a bathroom, let alone one at a school.
Dar.
A security guard at Kendall Somerset Bay Academy left a loaded weapon in the bathroom, which was found by a child, the principal said. A 5th grade student on Friday reported finding the firearm in the bathroom to his teacher, who immediately notified school administration.
Man.
The charter school terminated its contract with the security firm who provided the security officer. Well, imagine that. But once again, they don't really get in why having a loaded security guard at the school.
Yeah.
The weapon was immediately removed. No child or faculty member was injured, obviously. The security guard was immediately asked to leave and will not be returning to our school, as both principal and parents of students at the school ensuring the safety and well-being of students here is my #1 priority. But let's turn this around and get a little bit of positive out of all this.
All right, what do we got?
The principal said school is confident that this was an isolated incident, and adding that the situation showed that the school's "if you say something, say something" is starting to pay off. So now let's take this bad situation and turn something positive. Hey, it's working because the that's a hard one. That's see something, say something. That's a goddamn tongue twister.
Yeah.
Is this you, Jay Bleezy? What's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
You back? Who's this?
Hi, this is Jay Bleed.
Oh, I thought that was
Bleezy,
you. What's going on?
sure, man. Making
Hey,
sure.
not much, man. Not much. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out, man. See what's popping.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
So is there no football on tonight? Is that why you're watching our horrible show?
Hey, man, I'm always tuning in, man. Saturday or Sunday.
Dude, he's one of the OG5,
well,
man.
Dave's the reason why we're doing it today. He was a little sleepy tired yesterday after he got home from work, so he couldn't come over and entertain y'all.
I was a little
I would think Saturday night could be kind of tough for the Waterman, man. He's chilling with the ladies. You know
yeah. Shoot, brother.
His harem.
Yeah, last night was, one of those
God, I was
nights.
bored as hell last night, thanks to you.
One of those nights. Those nights, man. But it turned out.
I just wanted to give a shout out, man. Hey, I hear what y'all was saying about that social media, man. I had a buddy of mine this past week that's having problems with his old lady, stalking his social media. Man.
Yep.
He was telling me, he was like, man, social media is evil, man. And I was like, man, you're right.
Not only is it evil, but it's annoying. Today I gotten 4 of these. Hi. I actually got another friend request from you, which is I ignored, so you may want to check your account. Now, here's when you know this is bullshit, right?
Aww.
Because, yes, I've sent that to people, but I tell them to change their password. Here's how you know this is a bullshit. Hold your finger on this message until the forward button appears, and then hit forward to all the people you want to forward it to.
What?
But yeah, I've got like 6 of those. No, it's not me. I'm not hacked. I'm not sending out friend requests. But apparently those people who are sending all those to me have been, or they just don't know what the hell's going on, and they actually forward that stupid message to everybody.
Well, hey, Bleezy Cute, man, you're right, bro. I'm telling you, man. There's good and bad that can go along with social media, and like we were talking earlier, me and D-Train, it's a necessary part of our business to kind of get the word out, what we're doing.
Well, not just this business, but even like my Act Computers and the company you work for have a page.
Yep.
And once again, if you don't have a Facebook page, you're not really going to,
Yeah.
I get people who don't even call my office. Last computer I picked up, they reached out to me through the inbox on their Act Computers page. And if I didn't check that regularly, I would have lost out on some business.
Yeah. You still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, I was just making sure you're still there. Just for some reason, I thought I heard a beep,
No, I hear you, man. I'm with you, man. I'm a local contractor, so we do social media too, man.
What kind of work do you do?
I don't know how much it really helps us as far as advertising, but you got to do it.
Yep.
There you go.
I will tell you this: as much as I hate to fork over money, the pay the $5 for additional views, it does occasionally work. So sadly, sometimes you gotta give Facebook what they want.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey man, thanks for giving us a call. We're gonna move on with the show. Enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk to you next weekend.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
All right, later, brother. A good guy, man. One of the OG5, man. I'm telling you, good guy. Hell of a damn barbecue cook, too, man.
Is that the cat who brought us? No, that's not him. That's somebody else.
That's not him. But, man, hell of a barbecue. Man, this guy can cue like a, just, man, unbelievable barbecue cooker. All right.
I've got to give you credit tonight. Not only did you come with show prep, and I didn't, other than the cigarette packs I threw across the room because I'm done with the topics written on them.
Yeah.
But no, man, you came with it today. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but our
what do we got?
Crutch gun. The no crutch gun gun, and I pointed this out to Junior on Stan Haney on Friday.
Yeah.
This has worked. You haven't said the word stoked in 3 weeks. On this show
or
on Stan and Haney.
You know what? It has.
So we may have to find another word to add to the list to remove from your vocabulary because it's almost become Pavlovian.
Yeah, right.
It's almost like you know that if you say it, you're going to hear the...
Yeah. Go ahead and give me one.
No, no. See, once again, you can't ruin the process and the success.
Yes, I understand.
By not following the rules.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And by the way, if I say a crutch word, one of them that I do say a lot is things of that nature.
Yeah.
I will set this gun in a DMZ, a nice demilitarized zone.
Oh, look at this.
And if I use one of my crutch words, by all means, because, it's fair play around here, by all means. That is true. Because I have actively been trying to remove and things of that nature from my vocabulary, unless it becomes... I'm not going
to grab it.
Unless it's actually...
Right. Conducive to
the conversation that I'm having.
Right. Well, that's cool. Well, man, dude, bro, I'm almost.
Maybe
said
we should ask the viewers. Okay, what word should we add to this list?
I almost said it, but I'm pretty happy that I've done well. I've made you and the boys proud.
Well, I don't even know if the guys have noticed it, but I noticed it when I was talking to Junior. I'm like, have you noticed he hasn't said stoked?
And he's probably like, yeah, man, I think I've noticed. All right, so let me ask you.
Sure.
Did you get this presidential emergency broadcast message
I am
this week?
so tired of hearing about that.
Okay, well,
no, I get why you're asking, but it's just turned into a whole thing. As soon as it happened, Jimmy Kimmel turned it into... he made a screenshot and it basically said presidential message, crooked Hillary, blah, 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 blah.
See, mine
and everybody's like, oh, the president
that.
texted me. It's like, no, clearly he didn't text you. It's basically the newest version of the
EMS,
national
emergency
broadcast system.
Yeah, emergency broadcast system.
did get some Amber Alerts today.
I did too. Now, did you understand there's a little secrecy, conspiracy behind all this that's going on? And one of them is that it was set up and designed to collect data and information on you.
Why would they have to do that via text? We have Facebook.
No, they already have.
Google is in bed with the United States government. And by the way, and I have a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, they do scan everything in your sent box, your outbox, your drafts, anything you've ever typed that has been scanned by Google, noted in their database.
I get it, but from what I understand is, as soon as you hit the OK button, which cleared the message.
I don't hit OK. I just hold down and go to delete, mother.
Well, there was no way to. It was like on my phone, it was stuck. It was like there was, I'm trying to back out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I could, but it wouldn't go anywhere. So, excuse me, I finally hit OK. And from what I understand, it took pictures.
I don't.
Okay, now listen to this. Now listen to this.
Pictures of what?
It just took like a photo picture of you. Okay. Now whether this is true or not, hey, I know, I get it. Now, the only other. Oh yeah, trust me, my butt has been itching like a damn cat, man, dragging it across the carpet.
So would you you wouldn't eat cat food again if you had the opportunity?
Come on, bro. Are you kidding me, man?
Fine day.
Yeah, I would.
Good luck with the casual sex. I mean it. No, because you won't get it.
Dude, bro, if it was the last thing out there and there was an apocalypse, yes, I'll eat it, man. But by God, give me some mustard and something to add with it. That's all. But this presidential thing, the other thing I understood that's really cool, if this is true, is they're saying that for people to get lost and you know, by living out west in California,
Yep.
people get lost all the time in the mountains and the woods and everywhere else all over the country. And 99% of the people are probably carrying their cell phones with them nowadays. And your battery's running low, you're trying to call out, you know, you're not getting a signal or whatever. There's something they're able to do to boost it. Now, if your battery starts going low and you shut your phone off, this new presidential emergency will automatically ping your phone and turn it on to help the searchers find your location. And I thought, man, that's kind of odd.
Stretch, man.
That's what I said. I said, that's a stretch. But I'm telling you, read about it. It's there. And I said, that is odd, man, that they're able to, if they have your phone number, they can turn it on without your knowledge. They can turn it on and help get, you know, a pinpoint location for you. That was the other part that I thought was a little on the...
The whole thing seems like a stretch.
You know. So I don't know about that whole EMS thing and emergency message service and emergency broadcast service and everything else that's going on. Why I guess they're updating the system is because of...
Because
everything,
they need to
yeah,
use modern-day technology to get information out there?
Well, everything that's going on, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever watch The Walking Dead at all? The first few seasons?
I watched a little bit of the first one, man, but I didn't get a chance, you know. I haven't really watched TV in like 6-7 years, man.
Well, for those
Literally.
of you who have and who haven't heard, which I'm sure you have heard, but if you haven't heard, here we go.
Tell me about it.
The actor who played Herschel from The Walking Dead complications of leukemia. Yep.
Oh, man, that is such a gnarly disease to die from. My next door neighbor died from that.
It just seems like, you know, as we said before, the older we get, the younger old gets.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and when you see people dying at 70, in their 70s, it just doesn't seem like it's that old. Because it's not. I mean, nowadays, 70 is the new. I don't want to be one of those people who use the phrase, "Hey, orange is the new black." Whoa. But 70, I mean,
the new 50.
Yeah, 40 is the new 30. At least I feel, except for my old man face. But whatever.
Oh, dude, you look good, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You flirting with me?
Oh.
You're cute and all, but your plumbing's all wrong.
Yeah, trust me, I know. Yeah, trust me, I know. But yeah, so my plumbing's all wrong. You're damn right it is, buddy. You're damn right. But you know, the freedom and stuff, like you were talking about just a minute ago, pretty cool, pretty cool. But the emergency services, I'm still skeptical about. I want to find out a little bit more, so I'm going to do a little bit more research for you guys on that. If not, research yourself. Hey, give us a call, 727-300-2926, if you're checking us out now here on Facebook Live. If not, feel free to give us a call anytime.
Leave us a voicemail. I want some drunk voicemails.
Yeah, during the week, man. You're out partying. And it's a Hump Day Wednesday, man. We want you guys to give us a, call the number, give us something going. Oh man!
Are you familiar with this street artist Bansky?
Absolutely,
Bansky.
Bansky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us a rundown. I know he started as a tagger.
He was a huge tagger.
Or street artist back in the day. Where was his stomping grounds? New York, L.A., Chicago? Where's he from?
I believe, I thought it was London, but I believe it is New York. And he spread all over, you know, he started hitting, you know, cities, you know, Los Angeles, Paris, and doing stuff like that. But now he's become a major artist.
Here we go.
He's got tennis
He's an
shoes.
Anonymous English-based street artist, vandal, political activist,
London.
and film director. His strategic street art is very subversive, combined with dark humor and with a graffiti effect and distinctive stenciling technique.
Yeah, man.
Born in 1974, Bristol, United Kingdom. But at some point, his street art transitioned over to contemporary art, meaning it started to get put on canvases or people acquired it.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
Did you hear the new story?
No.
Okay, so yes, you're right. It did sell for a lot.
It sells for a lot
so,
now.
There's the big story, and this guy's making a huge name for him because he just pulled one of the, I would say, coolest definitely the most original,
Really?
anti-establishment
Really?
when it comes to art, the art establishment and the art
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
So check this out. He has a painting called "Girl with Balloon," right? And for those of you watching this, you can see the news story I posted on our page yesterday, right? So he's this photo is up for auction.
Uh-huh.
It's a painting or stencil, what have you, of a girl in a dress reaching up for a heart-shaped balloon. And it's in just a kind of generic old-school style frame.
Yeah, it looks
The thing goes up
classical.
for auction. It sells for $1.3 million, right?
What?
And here's where it gets great. As soon as the gavel hits the table, it starts making a weird noise, and it starts shredding itself.
No,
He built
that's
he
the
built
genius of
he
this
built
guy.
a shredder into the frame.
I can see at the bottom there. It looks off.
And
yeah.
as soon as it sold for $1.3 million, he hit the button and activated it and started shredding.
Oh.
And you can see the people at the auction house kind of
no.
freaked out and took it down. But now the question is, did he destroy the value, or did he make it more valuable?
I think it's
Because now you can
more-
say, because it didn't destroy the whole thing, you can see
Yeah.
the girl's gone, you can still see the
With
heart,
the heart, yeah.
and you can see the shreds of the canvas hanging from the bottom.
Yep.
Thus, he kind of turned it into a second art piece.
Absolutely.
But the auction house had to go back and, one, convince the buyer that they weren't part of the ruse.
Yeah.
That they didn't know that the piece of art that he just bought for $1.3 million was
gonna
going to
start going through a shredder.
start shredding. But now that, and so they got to
Wow.
hopefully hope that he sticks up to the agreement to pay the money, because the art house gets 10% of that
Yeah.
that 1.3.
Absolutely. I think that makes it worth more.
Well, and that's what some people are saying. They think it's definitely going to be worth more.
Because that is something that he integrated into the painting to happen, and he's known for doing quirky things, man. You know what I'm saying? He's known for that, and especially in all of his street art that he had done. You
I wonder
know.
if this is an actual video of it happening. I've seen the photos, but I haven't seen the video. Oh,
So-
here's
so-
the video. Let me
Can we
what-
can we put that in?
do is we always have a problem with the audio from stupid Facebook page bleeding back through. So vent that full video on Google.
Okay, cool.
Let me turn it back up.
Yeah, I'd
And
love.
let me
I'd
turn
love
on the
to
background music.
See what the crowd's
And
reaction
I know this is
was.
great pods for the audio, well, actually for the visual community, but hey, we're working on audio here.
Yep.
This is for our downloaders.
I
So
wanna-
let me bring this up. I
yeah,
want to hear this thing
Yeah,
go to town.
I want to hear the crowd's reaction. Going, oh my god.
Oh, so now it's cut into, they dissected the frame, and it's actually not even a shredder. It's a bunch of X-Acto blade knives
It sure
bolted
is.
down, and he has it hooked up to a spool with like a
It's probably just like a little motor that
Yep.
just.
yeah, it's a bunch of X-Acto blade
Oh
tips.
yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, here's a video of him putting it together
Yeah, it is.
in his hoodie. So he actually released this. This is kind of his
Oh man, he was even at
Sotheby's.
Sotheby's. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Standing in the back of the room, and I'm going to start bidding here 100, 150, 200,000. I have already 200,000.
Here we go.
350, 400,000.
and since he's anonymous,
Yep.
Last chance. And selling for 860,000.
there it goes.
Here, oh. Look, everybody.
Yeah, if you could put it
Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on here.
Perfect way to stop it though with the heart left though.
Yep. That's fantastic. I want to share that video for everybody to watch.
Yeah, post that up on our site, man. 3 million, there it goes.
Yeah, and he just did it with a handful of X-Acto blades and a motor.
That guy, man, that guy's something, man. Yeah, I mean, he's done stuff all over the world, man. I think he's a genius when it comes down.
Well, yes, obviously he has to have a company set up with a proxy, if you will. Because if he's going to sell his art, unless somebody else got a hold of it and is selling it as a third person,
Yeah.
meaning he's not going to make any money off of it.
Yeah.
But if he did set up that auction, which clearly he did because they show him making the frame, he's going to make money off of that. So how anonymous could he be? Because the money's got to get back to him at some point. So he's going to have a proxy, go to the auction house, pick it up. He's
Right.
probably going to deposit it into an account for a a business.
Yeah.
And that
yeah.
business will probably transfer to a third account. But at some point, I mean, clearly he's making mad money off this.
There's many speculations.
Now, do you think he's going to jump the shark and continue to do this sort of thing, or is this going to be a one-off? I don't know. I'm not familiar with his work.
I'm very familiar, not very familiar, but quite familiar with his work. I believe that he will lay low and come up with something new, but it will be it will be something that would be highly looked at if it's back at Sotheby's or any of these major.
Yeah, no, but if he
auction houses.
continues to do it, then it's going to become one of those situations. Okay, let's see what happens this time. Is it going to spontaneously combust?
I understand that.
So,
True.
I almost hope it's a one-off deal.
Well, he's done stuff with telephone booths to where he's literally he's overnight he's taken like telephone booths in London, the old school red ones, you know.
Yeah.
And like rebuilt and reshaped them so the next morning people are like walking by and they're going, what in the world, this thing's like been hacked.
Sure.
And then like still placed there as art, you know, is he defacing things, is he not defacing things? Because when you talk about stencil work, one of the things that he started off, and if I'm not mistaken, and was known for, was taking stencils and going all over these cities. And you remember the old Space Invaders, the character?
Sure.
And he would spray paint those way up high where people couldn't get to him. Like, he would bring like a little foldable ladder and stuff.
Yeah.
And with the quickness, boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
and then gone. And he would do that all over town. So people were like, hey, man.
And unlike LA, where they just solved that problem by wrapping razor wire around everything.
Oh, man, have they
Which makes it
ever.
look like a complete hellhole.
Bro, it's like a freaking, just a concentration compound, man. It really is. It really is. The graffiti out there is unbelievable. But this guy's good. This guy's good.
No, I understand some of it's art, but most of it's shit.
Oh, of course.
I was down in Naples taking some equipment out of a law firm that moved, and I was asked to recycle some equipment.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, right behind the building, there's a fence, and then there's some horrible tagging on the street. But the other side of the fence is a trailer park.
Right.
And it doesn't take a math musician to figure out where that tagging came from.
No.
And when I lived in Long Beach, one of the first guys to befriend me was a guy named Robert. He was 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And he would tell me that when he was like 13 or 14, they would go and tag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you tag your own neighborhoods, or do you? No, yeah. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
so part of your complaint is your neighborhood looks like shit, but you're going out and I can kind of understand. Not that I'm endorsing it, but I can kind of understand if you go to someone else's neighborhood and tag it and spray paint it.
Absolutely.
But don't destroy your own neighborhood and then walk around upset that, man, this place is a real shithole.
Yeah, they've really, what the hell's happened, And look at how much
Speaking
money.
of Naples, there was some tagging on a 7-Eleven gas station. I was just laughing. Like,
There's some over here on
you're
Pine
fucking
Island
Naples,
Road,
man.
bro, that I looked at on one of these taco buildings, man. And I said, what the hell, man? Who's coming up? Who's starting to really? Because this town, Lee County itself, is starting to get a lot more.
I think I saw a story today. I think Fort Myers
and graffiti.
I think Fort Myers has been voted the fastest growing city in the country.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think I saw it on Facebook the other day.
Because there is a difference between tagging and graffiti. Tagging's typically your gang, crossing out, hey, this is my block. Oh no, this is my block stuff, and it's typically crap work anyways. I mean, not necessarily. Some of it's all right, but
well, okay,
graffiti's different.
This study I'm going to throw away just because it's by a website called Wallet Hub. It's not like it's any huge big publication. Fort Myers tops the list of the fastest growing cities in the United States in 2018 according to personal finance website Wallet Hub.
All right.
Wallet Hub takes into account everything from population growth to college educated population growth. There's none of those in this room.
No.
To unemployment rate, which determines ranking, and due to Fort Myers' continuous job growth and steady economic status, it took first place overall for the first time in the small city's growth. First time of what? Being on Wallet Hub?
Yeah.
I mean, how many?
Exactly.
How many goddamn of these do they have? Everyone can make a positive momentum," said Fort Myers City Manager Saeed Kazwa. I don't even fucking know. People are taking notice of our public amenities, cultural diversity, and progressive business environment in choosing to live and work in the city of Fort Myers. Fort Myers wasn't the only Southwest Florida city named to make Wallet Hub's top 25 either. The beautiful Lehigh Acres
Are
ranked
you
in number 7
kidding
on the
me?
list, while Cape Colma arrived at number 24.
What?
Now, these are the
Lehigh?
fastest growing. Yeah, more people are moving out there because the cost of living in
Yeah,
Cape Coral and
that's
Fort
true.
Myers. I mean, the house I used to rent before I moved into here, I used to pay $700. The day I moved out and you and I went and painted it,
that's right.
the very next tenant to move in, they were paying $1,300.
Wow.
So to rent here in the Cape, there is no affordable housing, so you got to run out to Lehigh.
Yeah.
Which makes more sense of why Lehigh is number
Becoming-
4.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, number 7, and Cape Coral is number 24.
And that makes sense. That makes sense.
Fort
you know?
Myers tied for the first with several other cities. Okay, how can you tie for number 1? In the rankings of job growth and the highest decrease in poverty rate, Lehigh Acres tied for the first in population growth. The fast-growing city isn't without its challenges. However, Thomas Nielsen, a professor in economics at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay, said, the largest issue facing rapid population growth is the cost of housing, an issue that local governments around Southwest Florida have been grappling with for years, as you and I just said. Blah, 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 yakety schnackety. There are some more condos being built around here, but I can only imagine that they're probably going for $2,000 or more a month.
Well, there's a lot of condos. Well, here in the Cape, yeah, a lot of condos. I see a lot more.
Oh, Pine Island, they just built a shit ton of them.
Well, yeah, well, look at that, like the new revitalization, I guess you would say, or not even revitalization, the new area between Del Prado and 41 right there. That area, that area right there on Pine Island Road where they're building that new cancer center's up over there. There's the Walmart.
Are you going to give them a call?
The neighborhoods, man, I know you're looking. I know. See, I'm glad I'm at this angle, folks, because
Yeah, we moved the camera so you can't see Dave's face.
Yeah.
Actually, you can see it more now because before the camera blocked the way.
I've got. You can see.
Yeah,
what's
because you spent
happening.
all day in the goddamn sun pressure washing a house.
I had.
You need a floppy hat.
I had my rice paddy hat, dude.
No, you need a full-blown sombrero.
That's what it was like. Well, yeah, sombrero. But you know how the rice paddy ones go down like that
Yeah.
a little bit. So I had that on. But still, it's still not enough, man. It's the UVA and UVB and whatever the hell else rays they're destroying me right now, man. It's killing me, dude. It literally is killing me.
Now, I didn't intend for the theme of today's show to be all gun-related,
No,
but it is what it is.
Yeah, let's talk weapons.
No, we're going to do a little news. Nearly half the guns stolen in Cape Coral in 2018 have been from unlocked cars, you dipshits. Bring your cars in at night.
Yeah,
Well, if you have a garage that you can actually get into, yes,
Yeah.
but bring your cars in at night. Bring your fucking firearms in at night. Don't
No
leave them in your
joke.
car. Okay? If you have a concealed carry permit,
Come on.
your number one job is to know where your firearm is at all time. I can tell you where all 5 of mine are right now because I took them all out today and even borrowed one, and they're sitting in my garage, and my Glock is where it usually is, which is none of your goddamn business.
Damn right.
But quit leaving your firearms in your car, and if they are in your car, they should be locked
Yes.
in their glove box, which I don't call them glove box anymore. It's a Glock box because no one keeps gloves in their glove box.
No, yeah.
I keep a Glock in my Glock box, therefore it is
Glock
now the
box.
Glock box.
And a trigger lock, maybe, as well, depending.
The Cape Coral Police Department confirmed that 119 reported
What?
cases of stolen guns within the city so far in 2018, and there are still 3 months left in the year.
Oh my God, man.
According to Corporal Phil Mullen with the CCPD, thieves stole 49 of those guns from cars that were unlocked.
What?
He said they are one of the most frustrating cases to deal with because the crime could have been avoided easily if the homeowner would have taken their firearms inside. Now, once again, I don't think anybody initially... Now, I know there are people who have their car guns or their truck guns,
Yeah.
but the only way you should have a truck gun is if you have a gun safe mounted inside your vehicle, and you have said gun in said case mounted wherever you want to mount it and securely locked away. Once again, if you're a concealed carry holder, I know it's very uncomfortable to sit in your car with your gun in your preferred location on your persons. That's why you take it out and stash it.
Yeah.
But if you have a habit of leaving said firearm in said car because you forgot when you got home, perhaps maybe you should leave it at home for a while until you can grow up and take responsibility for your firearm.
I agree with you 100%.
Because one, people who steal guns are, well, one, if you're breaking into cars, you're a douchebag anyhow. Two, if you're stealing a gun, chances are you're going to try to sell it.
And your kid.
And something nefarious is going to happen with it, which makes all of us look like dickheads.
Yep.
So, stop leaving your gun in your car.
Damn right.
Until you can grow up.
Yep.
Because if you're going to have a concealed carry permit, that is you saying, hey, I'm a responsible gun owner, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. But clearly, if you're leaving them in your car, and let's not fail to mention the cost of these damn things.
Oh.
Would you leave, depending on where you got your firearm? Now, I got mine for super cheap. But it's basically the equivalent of leaving $3, $4, $5, $6, $8, $1,200 just sitting in your console?
Yeah, no way.
Would you leave your debit card in your console?
Hell no.
Would you leave a stack of cash in your console?
No way.
Would you leave a stack of cash that somehow could kill somebody in your console?
Hell no.
So quit leaving your goddamn guns in your car. In 2017, 155 guns were reported stolen. 64 of them came from cars.
Jeez.
The year before, there were 151 cases and 63 taken from cars.
Good God, man.
We try to stress to people, don't leave valuables in your car at all, whether you lock it or not. Clearly don't leave firearms in your car, reported Cape Coral Corporal Mullen. Police recommend locking your guns in safe places, but said if it gets stolen, it is crucial to provide them with a serial number.
Yeah.
Your odds of getting your property back, and if that gun has been taken and not time,
are probably nil.
You'll get it done quicker. But as someone who's had every car I've ever owned while living in the state of Ohio, the suburb of Grove City, and the city of Columbus, every single car I have owned since I was 16 until I left the wonderful city of Columbus had been broken into.
Mm-hmm.
Same with my brother.
Yeah.
None of us have ever gotten a CD player back.
Nope.
None of us have ever gotten a CD back.
No.
So the likelihood of you getting your firearm back, unless it's been used in a crime, which then you won't get it back anyhow because it's got to sit in an evidence locker for 4 years. Quit leaving the shit in your car.
Yeah, and plus now we're coming up on the holiday season where people will be out shopping, so there will be more car breakings, I would imagine, breaking into.
And if history says anything, and you're going to go to the Edison Mall, you're probably going to need your firearm for protection because things tend to pop off there around the time of year.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Another real quick rock news update, man. I want to grab for you.
Sure.
I guess last night, they're surviving members of Nirvana, Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Pat Smear, along with Joan Jett and this guy, John McCauley from a band called Deer Ticks, went on stage at Cal Jam 18. And played, I believe, the whole Nevermind album.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting some good reviews, you know. But, you know, I find it still... my opinion was they were going to have a hologram of Kurt Cobain, you know, maybe doing the vocals on this, and then...
Did that really go over well the last few times? I know they did it with Tupac.
I don't think, they did it with Tupac. They did it with Biggie, I believe.
Is there much call for the hologram thing nowadays?
I don't know. Maybe they need to re-perfect it, but I don't think it. Yeah, that didn't go over well at Coachella. I know that people weren't too happy with it at Coachella at all. You know, but I mean, dude, what do you think about this? I mean, a band that's main lead singer is dead, suicide, and you've got the remaining guys, you know, Dave, Chris, and Pat Smear, which was on the band, going out and doing a show, you know.
Now this is going to be a bit of a stretch, but follow me down this road.
As a reunited Nirvana one-off.
Follow me down this road. It's going to be a bit of a stretch.
Hit me.
So as you just said, the band's going to be there playing.
Yeah.
But Kurt's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they're going to use his vocal tracks from back in the recording studio before they actually put it into the tracks, if they have it available to them.
Right. He didn't sing. Yeah, there was.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Kurt Cobain sung.
No, Joan Jett sung, and this John...
Oh, I apologize. I thought you were saying that Nirvana was going to go back on tour with a hologram of Kurt Cobain singing.
No. What I'm saying is, at Cal Jam, I'm surprised they didn't use his hologram of him singing if they were going to do this big reunited thing. Instead, they just used the 3 remaining members under the guise of Nirvana playing an album and Joan Jett singing and stuff.
Okay,
Why
that's
not?
perfect, because the road I was going to travel down,
You know.
which is going to be a bit of a stretch, and which is probably kind of maybe why, which probably not, I'm just making shit up at this point.
That's cool, man.
But maybe someone thought, hey, let's not do the whole hologram thing,
Yeah.
because as I was going to point out, if you have a band playing,
Yeah.
but you're using pre-recorded vocal tracks,
Yeah.
I think there was a band back in the 80s who tried that. 2 fellas, Millie and
Oh, yeah.
Vanilli,
Vanilla?
they were quite handsome fellas,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
rather
yeah.
ripped, but
Those
they couldn't sing
guys.
for shit. And so what their manager did is found 2 fellas who could sing,
That was...
and they would do all the singing in the recording studio. And so when you went out to the concert, they would play the vocal tracks and they would lip sync to it. So the road I was getting down was, if you were to do that, technically, how's it any different? Because you have a hologram of Kurt Cobain
Yeah.
playing pre-recorded vocal tracks while a band plays live.
No.
But now that's all kind of accepted, especially with the big, huge pop shows. Your Pinks, your Lady
Yeah,
Gaga. Now, Pink, give her
absolutely.
credit, she doesn't lip sync.
No.
You can actually hear her struggling.
That girl can...
But most of those
bear.
artists, and the reason they lip sync is not because they don't have talent, because you can't carry a note when you're dancing your ass off, because
Yeah.
they're up there literally doing aerobics. But I've also seen, I'm not going to point out any names, but we had a band play down here at a local bar not too long ago, and it was pointed out to me by someone that they believe they were playing along to a vocal track, if you will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want to.
That's cool.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I'll
Don't-
tell you off the air.
Yeah, don't drop it. Don't drop it.
But we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
If anything I've said in the last hour or so you take to heart, take this to heart. Live your life every day. Chase your dreams. Listen to this one word I said, because you never know when you're going to wake up dead.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change my perspective on life because of what I have witnessed in the last month. Happened to 2 people. So
Yes.
whatever it is you want to do it. If you have something you want to try, like Dave wants to try stand up and he hasn't.
We're working on that. We're gonna
And
get that taken
to
care
be square
of.
honest, I've thought about it too, but I haven't.
We're gonna.
But
we'll do it together.
I've been fucking busy, people. But
Yes,
anyhow,
yeah, we both have, pal.
live your life,
Yep.
chase your dreams,
Damn right.
be happy, because you never know when the day comes. You may wake up dead.
Especially at the age we're getting now, pal.
You're older than me, fella.
Screw you, man.
You're almost 50.
Dude, don't even start saying stuff like that. No
I'm only
way.
40, man.
No way, no way. Well, you're right. I am almost 50. Okay.
For those of you following us on the Facebook live stream, if you like to listen to this entire video because you missed the first 20 minutes because Facebook was being a dick, please download us via the Stitcher Podcast app, 96K Rock app, or Apple iTunes, which they like to be called Apple Podcasts. I don't know why. It's iTunes. Go on iTunes. Look for the Waterman and D-Train Show.
Yes.
A lot of you have been great. You've been giving us stars
Yes.
and reviews on our Facebook page, and that's fantastic. But if you are downloading us via iTunes, please do the same thing on Apple, because what
Yes.
will happen is once they compile enough information of people who say they like this show for God knows why, because it's fucking horrible. But for those of you
come on.
who put stars out there, they will slowly start adding us to suggestion lists on other like-minded podcasts. And
Yep.
before I go, I want to give a huge shout out to our followers on the Utah Gun Exchange website.
Yes.
I talked about this back around episode 3 when YouTube started putting more security rights on their firearm videos where you can't see them in certain places. The Utah Gun Exchange started a page. I call it UGETube. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's UGE2 for Utah Gun Exchange. I'm sorry. Yeah. I call it UGETube. But I have been taking these videos from Facebook. I put them on YouTube and I put them on UGETube. And we get more views on YouTube via the fine people at the Utah Gun Exchange.
Beautiful.
So mad props to you guys.
Beautiful. Yes.
We still
thank
love
you
you,
guys.
YouTube audience, but I don't
Yes.
want to forget about my friends over at the Utah Gun Exchange.
Absolutely.
YouTube.com. I did go out and shoot some shit today. I'm going to compile a video.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
That'll be
full
fun.
Edited video.
I have thrown some samples up, unedited. But the weird thing is there some crazy mad insects going on in the back of these videos.
Bro.
It's super weird. I don't know what the hell it is.
What little bit I heard.
When we were out there, you couldn't hear it. So there's an audible range. The microphone picked it up, and when you're out there, you couldn't hear it. But when you watch these videos, I'm going to try to edit them some, but the audio is not that great because of the craziness going on in the background.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, what? And I was like, bro's in the woods, man. He's in the swamp.
If you want a shirt, you want to
Yeah.
support a show, go to d-410.com. You can find links
Yes.
to my Instagram page. You can find links to my Twitter page. I need to add Dave there at some point,
Yeah,
but that is what that is.
Yep, you know, yeah, man. Did bio info on us, I believe, you know, whatever.
You can follow me at dtrain410 on Instagram. You can follow me at dtrain96. No, just dtrain on Facebook now, and Donovan410 on Twitter.
And you can find me at Dave_the_Waterman on Instagram. So yeah, definitely check that out.
Thank you so much. I'm going to leave it to Dave. I got a headache. I'm sunburnt. I'm
Yep.
tired.
You are burnt.
And let's wrap it up, Vato.
All right, brother. Orale, ese. Hey, once again, thanks everybody for joining us for another episode of the Waterman and D-Train Show. Thank you guys for all your support. And just like D-Train said, be sure to go to all of our social media outlets and things, and d410.com to get your shirt, and that will help us out. That's not happening. And
I've decided you say way too much.
ow! All right, get it on. Let me just so I can finish up talking, will you? Ow! Damn.
Finish.
Okay, so ow! What we're gonna do next week is hopefully we're gonna bring somebody special in for you. So I'm working on that right now. But hey, once again, thanks all you guys for tuning in. We love you. This is me, Dave the Waterman, and D-Train. We are out.